Hey guys, Justin here. I am not fucking happy. So for too long I have kept quiet about my opinions. For years I've kept quiet about my opinions, but you know what? Fuck that noise. I There are two things that I want to talk about today. And I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse at the first one, and the second one is more of a current-ish issue. It happened last week. So the first thing that I want to fucking say, what the fuck is wrong with the stupid electoral college bullshit? Like, I didn't want Hillary Clinton to become president. I didn't want Trump to become president. They both complete fucking dipshits. And they displayed an amount of immaturity, an extreme amount of immaturity during the elections that showed that neither of them are fit to lead this country. And that kind of ties into the next story or next topic, but I'm going to get back to that in a minute. But what the fuck is wrong with America? How the fuck did Trump become president? I mean, really, isn't he the one that said grab her by the pussy? I mean, how the fuck is that piece of shit our president? I just think it's fucking ridiculous. There isn't much that I can say about that topic that hasn't been said. So I'm going to leave it at that for right now. I might have a future video about it, but I'm still... Now, topic 2. Something that's got me fuming. I've been fuming about this for days. I've been thinking about it. By the way, this is all completely unscripted, like all of my videos. If I read from a script, I sound kind of robotic, so I'd rather not have a script and just speak in the moment. Which, if you notice in my videos, it's a lot of pauses, there's a lot of ums and shit like that. This is not going to be an exception. There's still going to be a lot of that, but the second thing that I want to talk about was this thing that happened last week where those 4 people kidnapped the white special needs kid and tortured him for about 24 to 48 hours and made the Facebook Live video. And then fucking CNN, yeah, I'm looking at you, CNN, tried fucking saying that it wasn't a race issue. That they weren't racist because of it. Because it just so happened to be a special needs kid. And this shit, it's got me fuming for days now. And what's really got me fuming is the fact that you, CNN, fucking tried spewing off your bullshit about how it isn't a race issue because he was a special needs kid and that's why they targeted him. Now, in that video, they specifically said, fuck Trump and fuck white people. They didn't say fuck special needs kids. They didn't say anything along those lines. They said fuck Trump and fuck white people. Now, that tells me right there that it's a race issue. And these 4 individuals happen to be black. That's not a problem. I mean... And then they tried saying kids will be kids. But if that happened to their daughters or their sons, you know they'd be calling for blood. And so the amount of hypocrisy in that whole kids will be kids. I was a kid once, obviously. I mean, I'm 21 now, but I never did anything remotely like that. If I did anything like that, I would be strung up. Okay, not necessarily strung up, but I wouldn't get off easy. And I feel that they're getting off easier than they should. This is obviously a race issue. Otherwise, they would have said fuck special needs kids or something like that. But they said fuck Trump and fuck white people. Now... The fact that they tried saying the whole kids will be kids thing is just a fucking cop-out. Like I said, if that had happened to their sons or daughters or, you know, whatever, they would not be saying kids will be kids. They'd be calling for blood. And the fact that they're trying to use this as they were kids being kids, how is something that fucked up, kids being kids? Like, literally, tell me down in the comment section below how that is fucking kids being kids. They are fucked up individuals. And, you know, like with something that has happened in the past, you know, with Brock Turner. We'll talk about that for a second. We'll use this to compare. He was, what, a college student? And he raped that girl behind that dumpster. And they tried saying, his dad said, oh, my son is a good kid, he's not a rapist. Well, once you commit a rape, you're a rapist. It's just how it goes. No matter who you were beforehand, that gets thrown out the window once you make that stupid decision. And this falls back on the mom of one of the kids tried saying that, oh, my daughter's a good girl, blah, blah, blah. Well, now she's a piece of shit when she committed that piece of shit action. All that happened, doesn't matter what kind of person she was beforehand, once they committed that atrocious act that they did, they're pieces of shit. Like, if I were to go and kill somebody, or something along those lines, I'd be a murderer. It doesn't matter what I did beforehand, or how my life was beforehand. Once you commit those actions define you. And everybody says not to let your past define you and blah, 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 but it really does. It really shows your character. And so the fact that they're trying to excuse their actions by saying who they were beforehand, that doesn't fucking matter at this point. Actually, no. So that makes it so your past doesn't define you. It's your actions. Actions speak louder than words. And I've been thinking about this topic for a while, going over it in my head, any possible scenario, and there's really nothing else other than they're racist pieces of shit. Like, once that kid went into that church and shot those people, he was a murderer at that point. Nothing mattered beforehand. So what I really feel that your actions define you more than words do. Doesn't matter who you were beforehand or what you did before. Once you commit those actions follow you for the rest of your life. And I think that with Trump being president and everything, what we need to do, rather than let this tear us apart, is we need to come together. We need to be more united than we ever have been before. Because that's the only way we're going to make it through this. And we need to stop fighting each other. We need to stop fighting in general. We just need to accept what has happened and try to move on united. Because that's the only way that we're going to get past the next 4 years. I don't dislike Trump. I don't dislike Hillary. I dislike what they have done and what they have said. And I don't think that either of them are fit to be president. It's obvious with their actions. I mean, Trump even said at one point that he could go out and shoot somebody on the street and everybody would still vote for him and he would still become president. And I think that displays an immense amount of immaturity on his part. I don't think either of them should have been president. And I think that this is all just, America's fallen apart. And what we need to do, instead of let this tear us apart, as I've said already, is we need to come together, we need to unite, and we need to just stick together, hand in hand, kumbaya, whatever the fuck you want to say. I think that we need to be more proactive rather than destroying each other because of this. Because that's not going to solve anything. There may not be much that we can do, but if we come together, then maybe there'll be less damage done in this 4 years if we all just stick together in peace rather than rioting or, either way, if Hillary became president, if Trump became president, there'd be riots, there'd be people unhappy. And I think that no matter what happens, we just need to stick together and unite and just survive. Because I feel that America's heading for dark times, and if we're not sticking together, we got nothing. Anyway, that's just my little thoughts for today. Probably have another video later today. Go Seahawks. Yeah, I said it. I don't give a fuck. Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks, motherfuckers. I guess that's all I really got to say for now. Leave a comment telling me what you think. I want to know what you guys think about all this, and, you know, maybe some good will come of this 4 years. Maybe Trump will pull his head out of his ass, and maybe he won't. Only time will tell, but I say we gotta at least give the president a chance. Maybe his heart will grow 3 times its size. Maybe it won't. Only time will tell.